Hello everyone, this is Miss Byrd. Welcome, welcome. So today we're going to talk about multiplying polynomials. So you don't have to write down these anchor charts, but I did want to share with you some strategies about multiplying polynomials. So here when you have a monomial, you can do the distributive property, multiply and you get your polynomial answer. There's also a method called FOIL, which I'm going to explain to you. And here with in this anchor chart, it says multiplying polynomials and using the distributive property for that. So this is a monomial with a binomial, and here's two binomials being multiplied with each other. Okay. Here in the strategies, it shows you using strategy 1 is the distributive property. Strategy 2 is with the table. So I'm going to be showing you those different methods. Okay. So the first thing is using the distributive property. That's just when you have a monomial and a binomial, you could do that. You could actually do it with all types of polynomials. And so I'm going to show you different methods. So the first method here, for example, if you have 2x minus 3 times x plus 5. So there's several ways that you could do this. You could actually do a table. So I'm going to draw this table here. And I'm going to write this binomial at the top, 2x and then minus 3. And then this binomial, I'm going to write it here on the side, x plus 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply each box. So this box right here would be 2x times x, which gives us 2x squared. Here, negative 3 times x, which is negative 3x. 2x times 5 is 10x. And then negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. So all of these right here, I'm going to rewrite it. So the one with the biggest degree is right here. So I have 2x squared. And then here I'm going to combine my like terms. I have 10x minus 3x. And then my constant is negative 15. So here I can combine these two. And when you do, you end up with 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. And this is our answer. Okay, so that was one method with the table. A second method is using the distributive property. Okay, so I'm going to give you a different problem. Let's say, for example, I have x plus 3 times x minus 7. Okay, so to use the distributive property, I'm going to start with x first, and we're going to distribute the x into each part of the binomial here. So x times x is x squared, and then x times negative 7 is negative 7x. And then I'm going to distribute the 3 into each part. So 3 times x is 3x, and then 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is combine any like terms. My negative 7x with 3x, I can combine those. So I have x squared minus 4x minus 21. It's already in simplest terms, so this is my final answer. I prefer doing it this way with the distributive property, but let me show you another method. This is the third method. It is using the FOIL method. I'm going to go to a new page to show you that. Okay, so here's the third method. And this is FOIL. Okay, so FOIL actually stands for, the F stands for first, the O stands for outer, I stands for inner, and the L stands for last. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say I have 2x plus 3 times 4x minus 5. FOIL is very similar to the distributive property, but you would follow the letters to multiply everything. So for example, if I start with first, that means I'm going to multiply the first terms with each other. So I would multiply 2x times 4x, and that would give me the 8x squared. Okay. Next, we would do the outer. So the outer would be the ones on the outside. So 2x times negative 5. And that would be negative 10x. Okay. Then we're going to do inner. The inner would be the 2 on the inside. So 3 times 4x. And 3 times 4x is 12x. And then last, we would do 3 times negative 5, which would give us negative 15. Okay, so now we can combine our like terms, which would be the negative 10x and the 12x. So we end up with 8x squared plus 2x minus 15. And this is our final answer. So that's the third method, which is FOIL. This is actually a very popular method. So you can decide which one you think works best for you. So let's go ahead and practice some problems. Okay. Number 1, we have y plus 4 times y plus 1. Okay. Let's say if I were to do the FOIL method, then the first one would be y times y, the first, and we end up with y squared. The outside would be y times 1, which gives me y. The inside would be 4 times y, which is 4y. And the last would be 4 times 1, which is 4. Okay, we're going to combine our like terms right here. So we end up with y squared plus 5y plus 4. And this is our final answer. Number 2, z minus 2 times z plus 6. Okay, go ahead and try this one on your own. So if I use FOIL, I'm going to go with the first, z squared, outside, plus 6z, inside, negative 2z, and last, negative 12. I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms. So these two. So you end up with z to the second power plus 4z minus 12. There we go. Okay. Number 3. R minus 5 times 2r minus 1. Okay, so if I use FOIL, I'm going to do r times 2r, which is 2r squared. Outside would be r times negative 1, which is negative r. Inside would be negative 5 times 2r, negative 10r. And last would be negative 5 times negative 1, which is positive 5. Okay, I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have 2r squared minus 11r plus 5. Here's my answer. Okay, any questions here? Please let me know. Number 4. N to the second power plus 2 times n to the second power plus 3 Okay, so I'm going to do FOIL here. I have n to the second power times n to the second power, which gives you n to the fourth power. Outside, I'm going to do n to the second power times 3, which is 3n to the second power. Inside is going to be 2 times 2, n to the second power. So plus 2n to the second power. And then last would be 2 times 3, which is positive 6. I'm going to combine my like terms right here. So we have n to the fourth plus 5n to the second plus 6. Okay. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so now we're going to multiply binomial, with trinomials. Okay, so this is number 5. We have x plus 5 times x squared minus 3x minus 2. Okay, so there's actually several different methods we could use with this, and I'm going to show you 2 of them. So the first one is with the table. So I'm going to copy this trinomial at the top. And then the x and 5 here, x plus 5. So we're just going to multiply x squared times x is x to the third power. Negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Now down here we have x squared times 5, which is 5x squared. Negative 3x times 5 is negative 15x, and negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Okay, so I'm going to write out the one with the biggest degree is x to the third power. Okay, and then I'm going to combine my like terms right here, which gives me positive 2x squared. And then I want to combine my like terms here, which gives me negative 17x, and then the constant. And here's our answer. Now, there is a different way to do this. So you could do this. I'm going to multiply these two. So I'm going to start with the trinomial. X to the second power minus 3x minus 2. And I'm going to multiply with x plus 5. So I'm going to set it up like how we did multiplication, right? And I'm going to line it up. So I have x plus 5. And I'm going to start with the 5. So 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Then I'm going to do 5 times negative 3x, which gives me negative 15x. And then 5 times x squared is 5x squared. Now I'm going to move on to the x, and it's going to be lined up. So I'm going to start here. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. X times negative 3x is negative 3x squared. And then x times x squared is x to the third power. And we're going to go ahead and add straight down. Bring down the negative 10. Here, negative 15 minus 2x. Negative 15x minus 2x is negative 17x. 5x squared minus 3x squared is positive 2x squared. And bring down x to the third power. And look how the answer matches. So that's a different method if you'd like to do that. Okay, now I'm going to show you one more example. This is number 6. And we have y plus 3 times y to the second power plus 8y minus 2. Okay, so I'm actually going to use the distributive property to solve this one. So I'm going to start with y, and I'm going to distribute it into each of the terms on the trinomial. So when I do y times y to the second power, I have y to the third power. Y times 8y is positive 8y squared. And then y times negative 2 is negative 2y. Okay, so now I'm going to distribute the 3 into each part. So 3 times y squared is positive 3y squared. 3 times 8y is positive 24y. And 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Now I'm going to combine my like terms. Y to the third power, there's no other y to the third power, so I'm going to bring that straight down. Let me just change my color here. Okay, so y to the third power. Now I can combine y to the second power with the other y to the second power, so I end up with positive 11y to the second power. And then I have just y, so I have negative 2y and 24y, which gives me 22y. And then my constant's left over, so just bring it straight down. And you can't simplify anything else, so this is the answer. Okay, guys, that's it. This is Miss Byrd. Thank you so much.